Have you or a loved one felt obsolete? Lost in the schools of liberal thinking, progressive wigs? Have you ever considered that maybe your phony impact into the larger machine was unnoticed? That your governors and democratically selected puppets sold you out? We accept that governments are made out of people and that they will eat well, setting its expectations as low as reasonably possible in order only to spare civilization from frenzied, ruinous, gluttonous debauchery. As the democratic virus burns through society, painstakingly accumulated habits and attitudes of forward-thinking, prudential human and industrial investment are replaced by a sterile, orgiastic consumerism, financial incontinence, and a reality television political circus. Tomorrow might belong to the other team, so it's best to eat it all now. Perhaps a new vision for our world could be explored.
We no longer believe that freedom and democracy are compatible. We believe there is an alternative to the alienated few, to dismiss our foe, paradoxical claim that they may concern themselves with the means of those often bought politicians and spineless bovine. Social justice and egalitarianism is the poison to advancement. Perhaps a new wave could be explored, one that prioritizes the consolidation of good-natured man and well-produced machine, a coexistence between the state and corporation, one that elects innovation as the absolute. There is no race war, gender war, class war. These are proxy battles by the Neanderthals in three-piece suits. The war is blood and machine. Who best to lead us into a better tomorrow than the algorithm?
You actually popularized the term red pill in the political context, is that right?
Yeah, that's actually true. I can tell you actually where I was when I came up with that, which is in the Haight-Ashbury at Hayden Masonic. I was in the People's Cafe, and the decor in the People's Cafe is entirely like 60s revolutionary stickers. It's a very kind of positive place. And to those who have seen The Matrix, it's obvious that, the red pill is this kind of left-wing analogy. But, what if you made it a right-wing one? Right-wing one. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Right.
Still out, but the basic idea was that we could never win an election on getting certain things because we were in such a small minority. But maybe you could actually unilaterally change the world without having to constantly convince people and beg people and plead with people who are never going to agree with you through technological means. And this is where I think technology is this incredible alternative to politics. And there are a number of different technologies we can outline, but the task in this world where politics has become so broken and so dysfunctional is to find a way to escape from it. It's not a way to fix it, it's a way to escape.
A king regards the territory and the people under his rule as his personal property and engages in the monopolistic exploitation of this property. Under democracy, monopoly and monopolistic exploitation do not disappear. Rather, what happens is this. Instead of a king and a nobility who regard the country as their private property, a temporary and interchangeable caretaker is put in monopolistic charge of the country. The caretaker does not own the country, but as long as he is in office, he is permitted to use it to his and his protégés' advantage. He owns its current use, usufruct, but not its capital stock. This does not eliminate exploitation. To the contrary, it makes exploitation less calculating and carried out with little or no regard to the capital stock. Exploitation becomes short-sighted, and capital consumption will be systematically promoted. It is essential to squash the democratic myth that a state belongs to the citizenry. The point of neo-cameralism is to buy out the real stakeholders in sovereign power, not to perpetuate sentimental lies about mass enfranchisement. Unless ownership of the state is formally transferred into the hands of its actual rulers, the neo-cameral transition will simply not take place. Power will remain in the shadows, and the democratic farce will continue. Democracy is two wolves and a lamb voting on what to have for lunch. Liberty is a well-armed lamb contesting the vote.
And I am bringing all three to the slaughter.
Health, family, soul, happiness, imagination, death, reason, emotion, time, desire, learning, purpose, friendship, passion, existence, poop, shit, damn, hell, love, compassion, human please, hope, empathy, kindness, understanding, heart, sorry, freedom, art, fear, mother, dreams, forgiveness, honesty, respect, trust, peace, courage, create, think.
There is a very similar pattern that you find in the structure of societies, in the structure of companies, and in the structure of computers. And all three are moving in the same direction. That is, away from a top-down structure, a central command system,